G'day viewers, this is John Green on Green Ideas. Today I've got the beginnings of this garage getting fixed up. If you can see in the background there, I'm going to be laying the auto leveling compound in the place where the car used to be parked, and I want to insulate the walls. So I've got these very long battens down here. They're going to have to get painted because they're the ones that are going to sit on the ground. Alright, so these long pieces of wood here are going to frame the bottom of the floor. I've got some I-beams that I made myself that are going to be used to hold up the roof after I jack it up and make sure everything's nice and level upstairs. So I'm trying to do everything properly this time. I'm trying to do it the right way. And in order to do it the right way, I need to use the right wood preservative. You know it's a good one when it's called wood preservative. But anyway, you don't have to worry about which label or brand you're buying. Just check out what it's used for, how to wash your brush when you're finished, because I can assure you that this stuff is as poisonous as anything else in Grandad's garage. There's even some warning signs here. Kills fish, kills the environment, harmful to your skin, wear gloves when you use it, etc, etc. So it's actually quite a cool color. It's a green, a deep green. I poured some into this bucket, so I'm going to put the lid on, safety first. I poured some into this bucket and you can see that, how green it is, how deep and green. And the wood in the end will have that color, or at least some of it. So I'm going to just set up the camera now. You can see the process. Let's see, where should I put this bad boy? Alright, let's put it lengthwise. Have a look at this bad stuff. Very toxic, kills all kinds of natural things, so keep it away from pets, aquatic life, even runoff. Don't pour this stuff down the drain, you're going to hurt the environment. Alright, this wood has a slight green color to it already, but that is because it's been out in the rain for a long time. It basically smells like fuel. Jet fuel, motor fuel, whatever. That's what it smells like. You can be very liberal with it because it soaks right in. Beautiful color. Especially the end bits have to be really soaked. It's the weakest part of the wood. Smells a bit like diesel. So you can imagine how good this stuff is for your lungs. You need to do it in an aerated room or outdoors if you can manage that. What a beautiful shade of green. Just gorgeous. Alright, now I have to do these really long ones. They're also going on the ground. I think they're 4 meters 50. The long ones. I don't worry too much if these bits of wood bow a little bit. It's bound to happen in the very, very moist weather here in Ireland. Very moist indeed. Makes me want to tell you a story about discovering how different the weather is. Alright, let's see if we can get this captured. Alright, so I'll tell you this story. Hope you can hear it. Yeah, so Ireland is a place of a different kind of climate. People say it rains all the time, but that's not really correct. It's moist all the time though, and that's no joke. So I packed all my tools into this toolbox and thought we would just move house from Gertine, not even far from here, about I think 15 kilometers from here. So anyway, I open up my toolbox after we get to this house here in Ballymote, and my respirator has 2 normal covers on it, you know, the dust filters, and the actual mouthpiece of the respirator, because it's rubber, and maybe because it had been on my face already before, had so much mold on it that the respirator itself became like a dangerous thing to have near your face. So the respirator, I'm going to take the filters off, wash the whole thing in soapy water, and then I'll be able to wear it again. But it's a real lesson here that if you don't watch stuff, especially things like leather, they can grow all kinds of mold on them. And if you're going to have them like on your body or anywhere near your face, you might be breathing in these spores, and it's definitely no good for you. It's a very moist country, Ireland. Notice I hold the bucket under the wood while I'm staining it. That's so that I don't drip it everywhere and I can save as much stain as possible. Windy out there. What a great luscious, you can't really see it really, I guess, especially under this crappy fluorescent light. Let's have a look. That's like a good forest green or hunter green. Rather green. Alright, so the stuff that's going to go directly on the floor has been treated. That means that it's safe and it's not going to get eaten by all of these bugs and borers and things that could exist around the place. Alright, couple of tips. Sorry, I put it so you can see me. Whoops. Couple of tips. I would highly recommend wearing gloves. You definitely will get it on your skin. And I mean, I'm wearing gloves and you can see that I've got them all over here. I wasn't being clumsy with it or anything. It is helpful to use the bucket under the wood while you're staining because it always has a tendency to drip. So instead of dripping all over your concrete floor in your garage, it can just drip back into the bucket mostly, and you can keep using it because it's not cheap stuff either. Thirdly, it's poisonous as hell. Kids shouldn't be around it, you shouldn't smoke around it, it could explode. You shouldn't eat sandwiches around it. You shouldn't really do anything around it except just finish your job and get it done as quickly as possible. Because I'm sure that just breathing in these fumes could be dangerous. Lucky for me, I've got an open garage door, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's another window out the back there that's open, so there's a breeze coming through here. Thanks for tuning in. This has just been a bit of a stain exercise. The stain is a very important stage before I build the framework into this garage part here. We're going to isolate it and insulate it and use it for something else. It's not going to be a garage anymore, but the floor has to be flat and these pieces of wood have to be protected from borers, from moisture, and from any dampness that could basically already exist here in this 300-year-old granary. Thanks for tuning in. My name's John Green. This is Green Ideas on YouTube, just for you. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a like, write a comment, tell me that I should be wearing a respirator. I would, but I told you the story in the middle of the video. So go back and then you'll know why I don't have a respirator at the moment. Anyway, I don't know, they might call it something else here. A breath protector, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you next time on Green Ideas.